This is Battlecats. I'm sure you heard of it before, either from your friend or a cousin, or from those ads, or you played it before. Or maybe you even played the Roblox version. Oh my god, is that the Forsaken skin? Alright, you get the point. But if you don't know, it's basically a game where you have a base, there's an enemy base, and then the cat works, you get money, you spawn cat attack enemy, cat destroy enemy base. Very simple, right? Oh, there's also gambling. I don't know if I can make that in Minecraft, but anyways, I'm gonna recreate all of that in Minecraft. So the first thing I'll do is just copy the mobile app data pack and just clear everything because I'm lazy to make a new data pack. Now that we're here, let's start opening Visual Studio Code. Let's first create two separate teams for the player and the enemy. The next thing to work on is the mobs. So I decided to use a dog because if I use cat, it will be unoriginal, of course. So what I did here is spawn a wolf that have no AI, so as you can see he's like flying right now. So what I did is execute as the wolf and in his position, check if there's no entity in his attack range in front of him, and if so, walk forward. And as you can see, it ended up like this, which is really good. Now that that's done, I will now work on the arena, which I ended up with this. And then I finalize it with this. Is the arena necessary? Of course it is. Now after some off-cam grinding, as in like off-cam scripting because I completely forgot to record, but I managed to make this. You get an item and if you hold it and you crouch, you summon the wolf. Similar way to use the abilities on my previous video where I became a boss. And by similar, I actually made this before that video. Then I coded a money system and an income upgrade, which I can upgrade the income that you can upgrade till level 8. Up next I added the new mob, which is a zombie. And I also made their attack cooldowns, and this is basically gonna be the gameplay. I mean, what do you expect? It's Battlecats, Minecraft edition. The next thing I work on is both the enemy and the player's base HP, as well as a new mob, which is a cat. The cats are actually just faster and attack faster, but less damage. Then next I coded a bunch of more mobs and monsters, such as a skeleton, which is basically a range, a cow as a tank to be the front line, snowman as a DOT applier and a ranged, a bat as a flying fast type, a creeper which explodes and, well, explodes, a bee to heal teammates, a Volker to do AoE magic damage, and an ally that can damage flying types and also deal knockback. While making the flying enemies, I ran into a problem, which was the attack range doesn't match the actual range because they're on air, and the distance command is actually checking from every direction. Therefore, we must use the Pythagorean theorem from the flying enemy to the actual enemy, which in this case the hitbox of the bat is down here and the hitbox of the enemy is down here, and since the bat is 1 block above the actual hitbox of the enemy, and we can find the actual distance. There are also other things I implemented, such as how wolf deals more damage to skeleton, ally deals more damage to evokers, skeleton deals more damage to flying units, cat makes creepers anxious and explode less faster, and the list goes on. Then next I also implemented an AI to randomly spawn these mobs and modify the settings where they spawn differently on different stages, like when they're low HP or if the mobs are near the base. Next thing I did is make a cannon, because they have these cannons where it's basically like you activate it and then pew pew pew. So I just did this. Not bad. And I also gave the enemy a cannon too, which activates automatically when it's ready when specific conditions are met. Finally, the next thing I made is the bosses, which I made 3 of them that spawns when the base is at 75%, 50% and 25% HP. And the first boss I choose for it to be an Enderman. The Enderman is a boss that has 150 HP and has the movement speed of 0.015 blocks per second and has 3 skills. The first one being a normal attack where he deals 10 damage with an attack speed of 5 seconds and it does knockback too. The next one gives Wither 5 effect to everyone within the range of 5 blocks for 2 seconds with a cooldown of 12.5 seconds. And the last skill, the backline shatter or something, I don't know, where it teleports to the furthest enemy within 10 block range and instantly kills them. What a creative name. For the second boss, I made it the Ravager, because yeah, the Ravager has 200 HP, moves 0.01 blocks per tick and has 3 skills and 1 passive. One of the passive is he moves 0.06 blocks per tick instead of 0.0.1 when there's a friendly mob within 5 blocks. His basic attack deals 8 damage with an attack speed of 3.5 seconds and deals 1.75 block knockback. His ground slam deals 8 damage to everyone within 5 blocks. It essentially shoots an armor stand forward and then anyone that hit with it will take damage. And for its final ability, it can summon a villager and a Vindicator to help back up them every 70 seconds. Now for the final boss, it's the Warden with a movement speed of 0.015 blocks per tick and has 300 HP. Overall, he's just tanky and that's what's good about him. Just like every other boss, they are weak on their own, and that's why normal regular mobs will still spawn even if the boss is still on the field. His basic attack deals 8 damage and gives poison 1 for 3 seconds with an attack speed of 5 seconds. His next skill is Sonic Boom, which is self-explanatory, dealing 6 damage with a cooldown of 20 seconds. And lastly, Skulk Bomb, which he places one of these skulk thingy on a friendly random mob, like randomly. Now that's pretty much all the bosses. Now at the moment I disabled the mob spawning, but now let's actually try the game with the mobs on to see if it's balanced or not, which of course it's gonna be balanced. Now, after all of that, what am I doing this for again? No clue. What matter is the experience we made along the... Okay, never mind, that's just gonna be the end of the video. Alright, peace.